Yogians, welcome back. I'm here today with my co-host,
Sage
Quigley. Thank you for being here, Sage. So, thank you. Take our hands to our heart. We're gonna rub them together. So we're gonna start today with a little warm-up, but first let's reach our hands up to the sky, stretch up into our hearts. Palms together, hands to heart center, and then taking a deep breath in, say Om. Let's take our fingertips up to the sky. Turn the palms away and imagine you're opening a light between your hands and clear your space. No, don't let it knock you over. Let's take it all the way down into the floor. Very good. Let's inhale and rise. We're going to take the palms down in front of you. Rock forward. We're going to step back into table pose. So let's just do a few warm-up poses, and today Sage and I are going to tell you a story. We're going to do yoga too. So let's start. A few cat-cows. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, drop the head down and bow. Inhale, looking up. Moo, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more time, nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale down. So Sage and I are going to introduce a couple of poses today that we're going to use in our story. And the first one, can you remember pink pose? What we decided is our pink pose? Okay, so this is going to be our pink pose. And maybe as we're going, you're going to figure out what story we're working toward here. Which one's that?
I'm rolling in the mud.
Oh, pigs do roll in the mud. So yeah, if you'd like to take a little roll out on your spine, feel free to do that. Let's come back up to start. Take the palms down, so fingers spread nice and wide, palms down to the floor, step your toes back. Whee! Whoa, plank position, nice and long through the crown. Hug the navel in toward the spine a little bit. Very nice. Let's take a few breaths. So nice and quiet through your hands. Lift your hips up a little more, so your nice straight line. No, that's too much. That's a downward dog. So reach forward through your crown. Nice and steady. Deep breath in through your body. And take the heart forward. Down to the floor. Point the toes back. What am I doing now, Sage?
Cobra.
Cobra pose. Let's rise to our edge. And just like that, if you want to take a little twist, take a look one way. And take a look the other way. Very good. Let's come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips back. Downward dog. And let's bend one knee. And then bend the other knee. And then bend the first knee. And bend the other knee. Let's take a walk up to the front of the mat and hang ragdoll pose. Ragdoll, so you can barely see Sage behind his ragdoll hair. Just let it all hang out. We'll roll up to stand one vertebrae at a time, lifting up through the fingertips, reach and wiggle. Very good. Oh, no tickling, just reach up. And then we're going to step our feet wide and take the hands together. Today this is going to be our house pose, and we're going to revisit this quite a bit. If you were to light a fire in your chimney, wiggle the fingers. Hey, maybe we should take our socks off. What do you think? Probably a good idea. Okay, let's step the toes back together. Before we get going on our story, we're going to go through a sun salutation. Let's take our socks off so that we don't slip around. Always a good idea to do yoga in bare feet. As you're ready at home, let's take the hands to the heart and ground evenly through our feet. Mountain pose. Maybe let your eyes close for a moment and take a few deep breaths, getting ready to move. So with an inhale, Sage, let's sweep our hands up overhead and scratch up into your heart. And then with an exhale, we're going to fold forward, so we're going to meet our ceiling here a little bit. Take the palms down, and then we're going to take, we call this nacho pose in our classes. I think it's we're in the shape of a triangle, like a nacho chip. And then exhale.
Some cheese.
Here you go. Take the hands down. We're going to step one foot back, the other foot back. We're going to drop knees, chest and chin. Pull the heart through, cobra pose. Tuck the toes, downward dog and press. Taking a look forward, let's step one foot up. Other foot up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Same back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, all the way down and fold. Inhale, nacho pose. Exhale, whoop, and fold. Stepping one foot back, other foot back, drop knees. Chest and chin. Pull the heart through, cobra pose. Tuck in the toes, you okay? Yeah. Downward dog. Looking forward, stepping one foot up. Other foot up. Sweeping all the way up and exhale. Hands to the heart. So do you feel warm? Okay. So once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. You got it. 3 little pigs. And they liked to roll around in the mud. It's true. And what else did they like to do?
They like to be creative.
They did. They like to sing and play and dance, right? Okay, so you're going to dance down there. I'm going to dance up here. We have 3 happy little pigs that like to sing and play and dance. But one day, they were living in a house with their dad. And their dad said, "You're too big. You're too grown up. You guys have to move out into the world and make your way." And the pigs said, "Oh, okay." So they took off. All in their own directions. They all went their own way. So number 1, the first little pig. He went to a farm, and he found a farmer that was selling a bunch of hay. Hay wasn't very expensive, right? So he made a deal with the farmer, and he got this big barrel of hay, and he took in his wheelbarrow to a nice little place near the edge of the woods. I say, let's step our feet wide, take our arms wide, and he started to build. So we'll take our feet wide, touch opposite toes as he's building. Don't hit the wall too hard. And building, and then patting it down. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So a full day of work. Oh, he was so tired, so he came and laid down. Let's take a Shavasana. Completely relaxed. Just resting. So meanwhile, let's roll our way up. All the way up to stand. Oh, nice one. Okay, so meanwhile, little pig number 2. Walking through the woods when he got an idea. He could collect sticks. So he collected. Nice and slow. Collected until he had a big armload of sticks. And he brought his sticks back to a place near the edge of the forest where he decided to build his house. And he did. He stuck a bunch of sticks into the ground and he wove all the other sticks through, made this nice woven stick house. It looked pretty nice. How long did he work on that?
2 days.
2 full days of work. He was just wiped out at the end. So he took a nap. Let's take a quick Shavasana. Rest it out. And meanwhile, so let's roll it up. See if you can take your heels down to the ground, come all the way up to stand. Fingers up into the air. And get down. So meanwhile, the last little pig was walking all the way into town because the 3rd little pig had saved his allowance money and he was ready to invest in some bricks. So he went and he bought some bricks and he put them in his wheelbarrow and he took them all the way back to where he wanted to build his house. A nice, thoughtful little place by a river in the edge of the woods. And he began to work. So for this one, let's take our feet a little extra wide apart. And we're going to lean over to one side, put some bricks down, lean over to the other side, put some bricks down, lean over the first side, put some bricks down, and then we're going to come up a little higher. Let's lean over to this side, put some bricks a little higher, bend that knee, lean over to the other side, put some bricks a little higher, and lean over this side. Put some bricks a little higher. Let's straighten the legs all the way out. We're going to come all the way over, lean up here because this house is getting pretty big, and lean over here. Dun, 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 stretch one more time over here. Are you ready? We built a house. The house even had a chimney, and in that chimney, he built a fire. Show your fire. Ooh, you're going all the way. You're very flexible that way. Make sure your feet aren't slipping too much. Okay, so that took a full week of building, and when he was done, he took a nap. Lay down, Shavasana pose. So relaxed. So let's take a little roll. This time we're just gonna come up to sit. Meanwhile, there was a wolf. Let's take our wolf pose. So we're gonna choose the howling wolf pose. We're gonna just take our hands down to the floor, sit back on our heels, take a deep breath in. Oh! The pigs had heard this distant cry. One day, the first little pig, who had his house made of straw, heard a knock at the door. Ready?
Come in.
No. He heard a voice say, little pig, let me come in.
Not for hair, my little chin chin.
Not gonna have my chinny chin chin. So then the wolf threatened him. He said, let's do this along together. I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. And that's just what he did. And the house went flying. So let's move our hands around. Straw flying everywhere, and out of that. Okay, so we're gonna run in place really fast. Ready? That pig got out of there as fast as he could. You can run in little circles. You can run in place, but you're running as fast as you can. We're gonna run all the way to the second little pig's house. So he ran in, and they shut that stick door. And he said, "There's a wolf out there. There's a wolf out there." It was quiet for a little while as they sat shaking. And all of a sudden they heard. And they heard, little pig, let me come in. And they said,
Not for hair, my little chin chin.
not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And the wolf said again, ready? Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. And that's what he did, and sticks were flying everywhere. And out of the chaos, are you ready to run? Out of the chaos, those two little pigs, they ran faster than they've ever run in their life. So you can run in place, you can run in little circles, but get out of there! They picked their knees up really high. Oh, just in the nick of time, they made it to their third brother's house, the house of brick. They went in and they closed the door behind them and they said, there's a wolf, there's a wolf, there's a wolf. And the third little pig was calmly making himself a cup of tea, sipping his tea. Yes, brother is the wolf. And he had already made a nice fire in his fireplace. It was very nice. And he said, why don't you do a relaxing posture with me? He's a yoga practitioner. So he said, let's take our hands up into the sky and just put our fingers down and take a little bow over the legs and calm ourselves down and walk the hands back up. Let's just sit with our legs crossed. And take a few deep breaths to calm down. And just as they were beginning to calm down, what did they hear? The wolf outside said, little pigs, let me come in.
Not for the hair, my little chin chin.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So the wolf said again, then I'll huff, I'll puff, I will blow your house in. And nothing happened. Again, the wolf said, I will huff, I will puff, I will blow your house in. Oh, nothing happened. So the wolf climbed, let's climb up the side of the house, and the pigs listened as they heard boom, 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 boom along the roof. The wolf went up to the chimney. He looked down, lowered himself down the chimney, and what was at the bottom?
Fire.
But a fire! Let's do fire pose. Fire! So we'll come up on our toes. Woo! We'll try not to fall over. The fire was raging. The wolf burned his tail and he flew up through the chimney, ran away, and they never heard from that wolf ever again. Let's take a bow. Ready? Let's all take a bow and a nice stretch. So that's been the story of the three little pigs told in yoga. Hopefully you had some nice stretching and some good exercise. So it's snowing. It's snowing here in Maine. I can't believe it. It was springtime yesterday. Okay, so We do have a Lego challenge for you this week.
But
Pages.
we are still having a Lego challenge, but we don't have the build. But
Yeah, we forgot
so
the Legos to show you this
what
week.
the challenge is to make a prehistoric build. If you don't have any dinosaurs, that doesn't matter. But if you have if you can make like a caveman figure, that's great.
Yeah, Legos
So-
that live in a cave, Legos that we're not being historically accurate. It could be cavemen and dinosaurs, whatever's.
Anything. Fun.
Yeah, maybe something archaeological, some dinosaur bones,
You
something like that.
can have Arctic times, but still with cavemen.
Yeah, Arctic.
Well, there were cavemen in the Arctic.
Yeah, probably. So, have fun with your Lego build. We did discover that you can't post comments on children's videos on YouTube, so that's going to be a problem, but we are going to have a Facebook page that I will announce next week where you can post your drawings and you can answer questions and you can interact with us there.
Yeah, so I said drawings.
What?
I said drawings.
Post your drawings
Okay. Oh.
and answer questions. And talk and ask questions. So we could have a place to interact on Facebook if you use Facebook. So yogis and friends, let's all find a comfortable seated position like so and take our hands to our hearts and a deep breath in. We're going to bow, say namaste.
Namaste.
I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you're being playful and connecting with friends, if not in person, on the internet. All right. Thank you, yogis. Bye.
Bye bye.